of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Vols headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodriguez. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The run inside. It's Baxter. Got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Finds a crease. It's Bishop. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Right side, it's Beal. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Hits inside. It's Morris. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Find space. It's Bishop. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Love the work by the running back on that drop play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
Left side is Cartwright. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Tough run here. It's Bishop. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown ball! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Taken down right away. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Sends it back in motion. On the ground, it's Bishop. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the option, quarterback keep. The pitch. At the 35, he's got room. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it as we get a look at the stats. And the Vols will punt this one away. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's 1st down. The defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls it. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Tennessee! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Upstairs to make the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. They're all over it. Going for 6. Touchdown Wildcats. Into the end zone for 6.
And what an unbelievable job protecting the quarterback. He's got so much time to go through his progressions. And when you're a receiver, you got to understand that first route might not be open. Now I got to adjust. He adjusts really well. He finds the receiver for the big play, and they get 6 points for it.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Deep in the end zone, it's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Bishop. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Throws to the wideout. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Hand off for Baxter. Breaks into the open. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Got it behind the line. It's Gilmore. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baxter. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Might have a chance. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down play from the gun. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for room, it's Bishop. Crosses to 40. At the 45 on his way. Into the secondary on the right. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And the Volunteers line it up with a first and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Off play action on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. This is a designed run. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for the edge. Pitch to the corner. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Volunteers!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown ball. Took it all the way back to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. On the return, it's Patterson. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. They're working that left side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on second and short. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the draw, it's Bishop. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We kick things off with Arkansas, taking on the number 5 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Tigers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Powers inside. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Wildcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone. It's Baxter. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone, and the field starts to shrink. They really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this one is perfect. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to pass on second down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Moving past the 25. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That
brings it down on the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drops back on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down to the... Loads it left. Comes down, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's second and long. From the gun, it's Baxter. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Dangerous screen into traffic. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. They'll move the wide receiver. snaps on 4th down. Going deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. So here is the Tennessee offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Grab behind the line. It's Beal. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
We've seen this running back make a lot of big plays catching the football, and they've got a lot of different ways to use him. That time, they're just throwing him more of a traditional running back screen, and I really like how they diversify the pass game with this guy in mind. He's a weapon, and they do a good job of being creative when it comes to distributing him the football.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Out wide right, it's Hardy. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Hardy. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers! Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Barnes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll move the tight end. Here's a give to Hardy. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They go right back to Hardy. He's dropped.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here, because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll give it to Hardy. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. That is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Quick give. It's Baxter. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he's stopped on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Big moment here.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Ready, let's go!
Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Running inside, it's Barnes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Here we go, ready. Blue 85, Blue 85, ready, go.
Hand it to the back. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Straight ahead, it's Barnes. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it